God bless Alai. It's tough to say right now. With the Clones in last place, season total unmitigated disaster, losing to the expansion day Hot Devils, not even close. I told you folks that this was our Gettysburg, our Lexington and Concord, and we lost it. And there's no more what ifs, scenarios. We're down big time, and half the season is gone. And it's just not possible for the team to make the playoffs anymore. I believe, just off the top of my head, we're like 13 points out with 8 games left. That means we've got to make up, I don't know, we've got to be winning game day, scoring 5 points every game day pretty much from this point here on out if we want to make it, right? That's going to get us 40 points. That's only going to get us to 59 points to make it. And I mean, the Hot Devils would only have to get like 30 something points to pass that up, a little bit less than 30. So season's over. It's time to start tanking for Gorka and Johan. Talked about them on our last episode. You guys show a lot of promise. They've been over from the States. They're States born, so we don't need a visa. Mike, Chris, get to talking to Scott. Get those guys draft eligible. Get them on your big board. You better tell me if Fuentes is resigned, because really botched it with the scouting. Head of VP. I got no word there. But you know what? I want to talk to Chris Cote. Your players referred to you as a better motivator than Tony Dungy. Better than Tony Dungy. That's what Jedden said. Cool Williams backed him up on it. Carballo talked about how you could fire up the boys. And what do you do when your team arguably needs you the most? Backs against the wall. Last chance. You got a chance to speak to your boys. Talk them up. Motivate them. What did you do? Let's go ahead. Let's look at the tape, Chris.
Can he own a highlight team?
Your highlight team is...
I don't want to talk about him.
I mean,
who brought him up?
Why'd you bring it up?
Maybe he could do that then.
No, we don't talk about. Don't say anything.
They're winless.
We don't speak of them until they get their shit together. Don't say what team. Don't say the name.
It's a point
The
system too.
Cyclones?
So
As soon as you guys got involved heavy-handed, you can't win a single game anymore.
Look, this isn't on us. Catch the ball. I'm over it. I don't want to. This is not on us.
Catch the pelota.
They've been bad. They've been.
They
bad.
can't win. You're the worst team in the league.
It's a long season. I don't want to talk about them. Stop talking.
Where were our flowers when we were the best 2 years running?
We talked plenty about the Cyclones.
No, we didn't.
We
did.
We talked way too much about the Cyclones when you guys were dominating.
It's not my fault. That's all you had to say. Do you think that picked your boys up? Motivated them? Helped them play? Helped them get the dub? No, certainly didn't, because they still stank like normal. The team you put together. And I hear you. They got to catch the pelota. The Hynalytics bear that out. And no, Dan, it's not something to do with anal, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm combining highlight and analytics. The Hynalytics show, yeah, they got a bad drop rate, but you feel good playing the blame game? Hanging Manny out to dry? Huh? I'm embarrassed to wear this Cesta Cyclones home practice customized jersey when the owner is out here taking our players down a peg instead of taking some ownership on himself. That's what you are, Cody. You're the owner. You don't pass the buck. The buck stops with you. And I don't know, Cody. Is it nothing to do with you? I wonder what the players around the league have to say about the Cesta Cyclones. I don't know. Why don't we find out? What's the scuttlebutt around the league of the Cesta Cyclones? Have teams figured them out?
You know what? I think when putting those teams together, Cesta Cyclones, it's tough. I mean, once you guys had that draft, picking up Bradley, you have a lot of guys that are I would look at as like injury prone in a sense. Bradley hasn't played a full season.
Yeah.
Carballo's been hurt constantly, and then on top of it, like even Correa, like Anderson, he was on my team on the Rebote Renegades, and he was still dealing with an injury, and he was fighting through it just to make it through because he knew we had a chance. But even that, like, I mean, those 3 players alone just, they're constantly dealing with injury, and when you're dealing with injury, you can't practice nearly as much.
Did you have any strategy going up against Correa today?
I mean, I knew he was hurt on his right side. He has a very, very powerful right side, so that was an advantage for me. He couldn't throw the ball as hard as we know he can. So pretty much play around, try to throw him, pass him, give him a rebound, and that was it.
What was your strategy into this match, given that there was a substitution? So did you guys have any sort of strategy going into it?
Yeah, probably just to out-catch him, because me and Cole, we can probably catch better than that team, especially in the backcourt. I felt pretty comfortable, and yeah, probably just out-catching him.
So who assembled the team? Who picked 3 injury-prone players, all of which have sat out this season? Can't practice. I mean, every season Carballo is going through something. Bradley, again, hasn't finished a season. Correa, you heard CRB. He knew he was hurt still from last season. And he's hardly played this season. He's missed a bunch of matches. And when he's out there, you can tell he's not right. So you're just going to come here and say, catch the pelota to your team when you put together a team of guys all suffering injuries. And then we know, Chris, I saw the Instagram post because I'm a subscriber. You drafted Flores simply so you could make a pun. I can buy myself flowers. You did it on the Instagram. And that guy has been rushing it, not played well, very low return rate in the 50s, 50% of the time returning balls. And he's not dropping. I mean, his problem's not dropping. His problem is he can't hit the wall. Can't hit the broadside of a barn. No offense. He's got to play better. But who put the team together? Correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that what the owner does at the draft? You drafted him, you put him together. You put together this team that's injury prone, and the league knows about it, right? Arta, even when he's playing against Correa, he knows where to go, where Correa can't return it because he's hurt, right? Benny talking about how there's a sub. They know the strategy. Hey, it's a sub. This is a weak team. We're going to take it easy. We're just going to out-catch them. That's it. There's no fear of the Cesta Cyclones, right? You put this team together, Chris. No blame's on you. I hope you feel good about wasting this guy's championship window, huh? A year of Manny's championship window wasted because of your drafting. Again, Gorka, not Johan. Yeah, Johan. That's what I'm looking for. Gorka and Johan. Get those guys on your big board. But I want to talk to Dan Le Batard right now. What was up with that interview, or whatever you want to call that? Trying to talk to Chris Cote about his highlight team. You let him push you around. And here, I thought you were an artist when it came to conversing. Guess not, Dan. Little rusty. Eating a little too many frozen meals back at home. You know what I'm talking about. Huh? You're trying to grill Chris Cote. You didn't get anything out of him. You gave less pushback than Jalen Rose gave Ja Morant. Embarrassing. You know, I'm starting to wonder, you're the guy who runs the show, so obviously you must be okay with this. What they've done to my beloved Cyclones, what Chris Cote has done, putting together this injury-riddled team, and you're out here laughing, yucking, getting bowled over. Can't even get a question out. Can't even talk about it. And yet, Vince Wilfork comes on the show and you make him talk about his ex-wife. The new guy for Chewbacca comes on and what? You're all up in his business telling me, hey, how much did your life have Chewbacca in it growing up? Got to make him tell you about how much Chewbacca he had. Yeah, Chris Cote, you just let him push you right over. He's your personal assistant. That's how you let him treat you, Dan? You call that really getting to the heart of things, having a great conversation? Call that art? I don't know, Dan. I've met you on the fronton. That's where we've met. We bonded over Manny, overcoming the bubble gut. And now you seem to be okay. I don't know. You're not pushing back. You know what, Dan Le Batard? You need to convince me that you care about this team. Was Chris Cote the 7-day free trial owner that you forgot to cancel? You need to come on this pod, the Fan Le Batard podcast, the fastest growing Dan Le Batard Show fan YouTube channel. subscribe, comment. You need to come on this pod and you need to convince me that you care about the Cesta Cyclones. I know you watch. You talk about Bradley. Your analysis has been good, but you need to come on and convince me that you actually care. Or if you're just going to let this Chris Cote destroy this team for whatever reason, and maybe you should address the rumors that Cody's running out of money and that's why he started this whole Instagram subscribers thing. You need to come on and address the rumors. And Mike, you're good, bro. I know you're out in LA. If you want to take an hour drive northeast to Lancaster, you can get a Brotox and a brew on me. Keep it tight for the John Wick premiere. I always got your back, bro. Soups for life. And lastly, Jessica, you watch Columbo. Somebody murdered the Cesta Cyclone season. And just like a great Columbo episode, we already know who did it. Chris Cote. But I want to know why. And I think you can get down to the heart of it. Figure out why Chris Cote did this. Because I don't know if I can go through another season like this. And I definitely can't watch Manny go through another season like this when he is out there having a renaissance with the pelota. Do you think this guy can just keep slinging it for years on end? No, he's got a finite window, and we got to get this fixed because Manny deserves to go down as one of the greats. God bless Alai. That's all I got.